All right, it says I'm live, so I'm going to trust that I actually am and that you can hear me and everything. It looks like StreamYard has made some updates, which is really cool, but unfortunately, I just realized it now. So hopefully, this goes smoothly enough. It's going to just be really quick. So, first off, for Black Friday, because I've got a ton of extra inventory in my eBid store, I'm going to be putting all of that up for 50% off for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It starts tomorrow morning at like 5:30 a.m. So it's a it's a really awkward time, but yeah, it's basically you can consider it the 3 days. And I'll just go through my inventory there really quick. Um, there you go. All right, so this is all the stuff that I accumulated throughout that entire year before I started this. So picture all these prices next to the item listings here as being half off. So it's like $1 for all these Wolverine books. Blah, blah, blah. Wolverine. As you can see, I got a ton of those. This is pretty sweet. Wolverine 88 is going to be $4.50. That's one of the early Deadpool appearances. Yeah, I'd say it's well worth going in here and checking it out for yourself when it's actually on sale. $3.75 for that Wolverine 100. As you can see, I'm always pretty thorough with the grading and everything. So, look in the details. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. More Wolverine, some kick-ass covers there. Then we move on to a whole bunch of Justice League. I got a lot of these as sets, so you'll see issues 1 through 12 of Justice League Rebirth there for what will be, what is that, $8.75? These are Canadian prices, as you can see by the large C. So American viewers, it's even cheaper. $10 for Justice League 1 through 6, all first printings from the New 52. And I got this one here, the Justice League 30 to 34. That's the first appearance of, what's her name? Jessica Cruz. And then we move on to a whole bunch of like Silver Age and early Bronze Age, random publisher kind of stuff. I would consider it all really cool, and some of it's low grade enough. Like this one here is Sad Sack 233, which will be 25 cents when it's on sale. Whole bunch of Hulk too. If I was a buyer, I would probably be going crazy with all this, but that's just me. I might cut this short, like not go through everything, because I can't see the chat right now. I have to have this window completely open for you to see it. I basically just want you to, rather than waste your time going into my eBid store and taking a look, only to discover that there's nothing you want, I'm just scrolling through it for you here. We got some Silver Age Charlton and Archie books too. Those are pretty rad. Beverly Hillbillies #1, which is going to be going down to, help me out here, $13.75, I think. Yeah, I am going to cut it short, but I will go, let me see here. I should have probably memorized how my list went before I started this broadcast, but it's been a pretty busy day. I got contest wins here too. All right, so while I'm scrolling through and finding stuff, I have spoken to 2 people who I consider to be like ethical experts, and it's pretty much unanimous that it is okay for me to take this, like anything that was mine from my personal collection. It's obviously already a loss, and anything that I bought beforehand is also going to be at a loss, because most of this stuff, like these Uncanny X-Men books, which I got at $1, they're now going to be selling for $1. So I'm breaking even, but then there are a bunch of other things that I'm actually taking a loss. So based on these ethical experts, as I call them, it is okay for me to pocket this money and roll it back over into newer, better inventory for the eBay venture, just because I'm more likely to be able to raise funds using better stuff than what you're seeing here. But I mean, the price is right. You look at all these 50-cent Batman and Robin New 52 and pre-New 52. All right, so that's enough of that. You get the picture. There's tons of stuff there for you to take a look at. And I think I've explained that enough. Now I'm going to do the randomization of, if I can, randomization of December's charity of the month. So depending on how much I'm able to earn using, working on it here, folks. There we go. All right, so yeah, depending on how much I'm able to earn with this 50% off sale, some of it might be going towards the December charity of the month, but I will be showing you the first week's worth of auctions for December's eBay stuff that I sell, which I figured out how to, I might have mentioned it last time. I might have, or sorry, I keep on getting these notifications. I figured out how to use the charity listings on eBay, even though I'm a Canadian. I think I probably mentioned it last time. But here's hoping that one of the randomly drawn charities of the month here are eBay, on the eBay charity list. So we're just going to go do this now. We got Mark W. with The Inn, which is Oxford County's homeless shelter. We got Josh R. Comics and Gaming with London Women's Shelter. We got Take the Time Collectibles with Project Pinball. Farley's Nerd Cave with Gary Sinise Foundation. Metarog with Little Pink Houses of Hope. Pages, Films, and Plastics with All Animal Rescue Limited. Four-Way Flashers on Comics with CIBC Run for the Cure. Kate W. with The Gift of Baby Elena. Ruben Nieves with South Florida Multiple Sclerosis Charity, Comic Jabroni with Wounded Warrior Project, Mr. Miracle Comics with Calgary Wildlife Rehabilitation Society, R. Wheatley 0206 with Shriners Hospital for Children. And as always, if you want to give me a charity to put into that list that we randomize every month, just leave it in the comment section below or private message me on Instagram. I'm not expecting anybody else henceforth to be adding any charities to this, but so be it. All right, randomizing. Okay, so CIBC Run for the Cure is December's charity of the month. So that's awesome. I'll be getting a hold of Four-Way Flashers on Comics if I'm not able to find them on eBay's charity program listing, because I know there are a ton of cancer-related charities on that listing, so I'll be able to do that. What else here? So as you can see, the link down below, like underneath me here, that's where my eBid store is at. We got 50% off for the next 3 days. And then this is the URL for, there we go, for my eBay store. So that is where, starting tomorrow, you will find all of this stuff that I'm about to show you. So first off, this is left over from my contest a couple months ago. Marvel's Greatest Comics, number 23, number 33. Neither one is in amazing condition, but they're actually pretty decent considering the year and all that. And you might notice a theme going on here, but we've got number 37. So that's from the 20 center years, 38. And all the details on the grades for all of these will be in the eBay descriptions. I'm still working on those, putting those up. Partially because I didn't have the charity of the month yet. So there's that. Number 43, I've seen better, as in conditionally speaking. 44. I personally think these things are awesome, especially if they sell at the minimum bid of $1. You're still it's still a pretty sweet deal. Like, these are all reprints of comics that I will never be able to afford unless I come across them by total accident. 47. Another copy of 47. I may or may not be listing both. I might just put up the better one of the two. 49. Same applies with this one. I may or may not put up both. Or maybe if the first one sells, I'll put the next one up in the next auction, because I'm not expecting these to go too far above the initial bid. Almost done. Looks like I got some comments. Hey, Rican, or Rod, or whatever you want me to call you. I am well, thank you. I'm kind of stammery because as you know, I've only done a couple of these live streams, and then suddenly something changed with StreamYard because it's been so long since I used it. But yeah, how are you? Tell me in the comments. Although I'm pretty much done. Like, I can't wait to get off camera and go breathe. But yeah, everybody, that's actually looking pretty sun bleached. I might not even put that one up. I just kind of grabbed the stack of them because I decided that's what I want to put up this month, is a whole bunch of Fantastic Four stuff. I've got none of the original, like the 12 centers or the 15 centers, so don't bother asking, because the only actual first print or original Fantastic Four stuff I've got is beginning at like the $1.25 mark, so the 90s. So nothing great there. I consider this probably to be the best of the Fantastic Four stuff I've got. All right, I think that's all I needed to cover. Go check out that eBid store. I have been able to make exceptions to the rules about your final value fees with eBid are so low. They're only 2%, and the price point on all of my stuff is so low that I've just deleted some of the listings that have sold on the ground to people who don't have eBid accounts and aren't willing to get them. But I'm not going to be doing that on mass. It's just for, random books here or there, because if I start selling like everything by deleting the stuff and then selling it for cash, I'm ripping off eBid, and I'm not going to do that. So, if it's just like one or two books, I'll take it down and basically sell it to you personally, but I'd rather not. All right, that went on way too long. Thanks, Rod, for stopping in. Very cool. That's it. Have a good one. Bye.